Bless up, bless down on Mastermind statements. They're trying to keep you down. They're trying to iron out those wrinkles. They think you wrinkly. Let's go. Wow. You ever been at a job that hired you because of who you are, but now they make it seem like you're just being too much of yourself and they hate it? You ever had that type of job? This is very common. These people, they hire you for who you are. They love you. This is the reason why you got hired. You get in there and you do you get in there and do such a great job, such a good job, that now they feel intimidated and they want to keep you down. They want to iron out those wrinkles that they see. When in reality, those aren't wrinkles. This is just you performing at your best, doing what you do best. If they just left you alone, they'd see that it'd be a win-win situation for them and the company because you're making them shine, making them look great. But there's something about the fact that you're just shining way beyond what they thought that you ever do in such a short amount of time that they just hate it. Almost like you're in competition with them to steal their job or take away all of that light that they think that they need for themselves. You got to be aware of those different type of people. They want to get rid of who you are. They want to iron out who you are. And so they start calling you into the office. They start trying to write you up. They want to change you. This is a red flag. This is a situation in which you almost feel betrayed because you're doing only what you got hired for and you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing and by the books. These people are so dangerous that eventually they will want to destroy your evaluations. That supervisor, that manager, that boss, they may begin to just make up things on your evaluations that are not true. You've got to watch out for these people. They'll find ways to put the pressure on you to make you even want to quit your job. You're showing up to work earlier than everybody else. You're the first or second car in the parking lot. You may even leave after everybody else. It's like none of that even matters. They're not even taking that in consideration. It's like you're a slave to them. You're doing everything you're supposed to do, but they don't want that. There's people out here that's doing less than you, and guess what? They're buddies with the supervisor and the manager. You're not. You're not part of that club. They don't even want to let you in that club. They're going to fire you eventually. You got to beware. Look at those flags and figure out what's really going on here. This now is becoming a hostile environment. What are you going to do? Are you going to stay there? Are you going to stick around and wait it out? You have those choices. Either stay around and stick it out. But if you stay around and stick it out, you need to make sure that you have on all your spiritual armor. You just can't continue to keep going back day to day like that. May not affect your mental health. You know that you're in a war zone. You know that you're in spiritual warfare with them. Have on all that armor. You've got to be stronger than ever, because guess what? If you're working there 5 days out of the week, that's a whole bunch of days out of the month. You're spending most of your life there at your job, half at where you live at and half at your job. You've got to have that mental capacity to go to a war. And sometimes it's a silent war, because as soon as you say something, you stand up for yourself at certain jobs, they make it even harder for you. They start to they'll start to have snitches just watching you. They'll pop up to your office, start looking around, reporting back to the boss, spreading rumors, trying to agitate you, trying to get you to say something, trying to get you to do something. They're watching what time you're coming into work, what time you're leaving from work. They're sending you all type of odd emails, craziness in emails, expecting you to do more than what you should be doing. They got you doing things outside your job description. Again, they want to keep you down. They're here to make your life hell. They're here to change you. They don't want you being who you are. So they're trying to iron out what they think are wrinkles. When in reality, all that stuff, there's no wrinkles there. You're just fine. Remember that. You are just fine. If something wrong with them, there's nothing wrong with you. Sometimes you can't avoid it. You got to work somewhere. And this is why many people at this time are starting to become entrepreneurs. They're working somewhere, but they're now saying, I need to have some type of side gig, some type of side business going on for myself, so that if I got to duck out, I got to keep moving and not deal with that foolishness. I already have something in place. You cannot be relying on one person for your income. You can't rely on that for your income, because what ends up happening is they have their way with you. They could do whatever they want at that point. And if you feel like you have no other source of income and you got bills to pay, now you're enslaved to them. Are you going to fold and become a people pleaser and become somebody that's not you day to day? Or are you going to continue to be who you are and realize that there's nothing wrong with what you're doing and who you are, and get rid of that job and apply to another job? And before you do that, start applying while you're still there. Slip into a new job where they're going to appreciate you. But you got to understand too, when you're in that interview process, really get a good feel of who's interviewing you. Is that person that's interviewing you, are they your direct superior, your boss? If not, you got to start asking questions to find out who would end up being your manager or your supervisor or your boss. Because just because the person that hired you liked you doesn't mean the person that you're working for is going to like you. Got to watch out. There's lots of traps in this world, lots of traps, lots of setups, lots of cliques, lots of clubs, and if you're not in it, they're here to make your life hell. They don't care if they fire you and you got bills to pay. They don't care if they fire you and you got a family to take care of. That's not on the top of their mind. There's something wrong with their mindset, and their mindset is not on your side. Either you're going to let them change you, or you're going to make up your mind you're going to stay who you are, true to yourself, start a business, even start a YouTube channel, start an online business, an e-commerce business, start at a flea market, start at the pop-up shops. You got to determine what you're going to do. Don't let some person that is your manager or your boss sit here and continue to give you mental torture to the point to where you don't even want to show up for work. There's many people across the world that if they can, they take off from work, not because they're exhausted from work, but because they are being bullied at work. They're mentally exhausted from the foolishness that's going on at their job. It could just be one person. Just that one person can make you not want to show up for work. And if you're not on a salary, you're losing out on pay. And sometimes even with that salary, you're still losing out after a certain amount of time. You can only take off for so many days. This is a bad situation. These people that try to keep you down, they try to iron the wrinkles out as if you got something wrong with you. Watch out for these people. Internally, there's something wrong with them. Who's going to hire somebody that's doing a great job, turn around, sit here and harass them and bully them and make them change what they're doing? Well, again, it's that same person that has low confidence. They got low self-esteem. They don't want to see you shine. They don't even want to support you shining. Again, if they had common sense, they would realize that this is a win-win situation for the both of you. But you got these people that are insecure in their mindset. They don't look at things like logical people. They look at things from the standpoint of people that are traumatized. Maybe you remind them of somebody in their past, and so now they want to attack you as if you were that person, but they never said nothing to the person that traumatized them. But you're a target because now you're an employee, and they feel like they can talk to you any type of way. They start cutting your hours short. You're getting less and less hours. That is no way to live. Always, 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 always be yourself in all situations. It doesn't matter if you go from work, home, be yourself. When you be yourself, you're not forced to put on a mask and become somebody that you're not. And again, as I always say, there's always gonna be 1/3 of people that will love who you are, 1/3 of people that hate who you are, 1/3 of people that'll stay in the middle. We're not here to please everybody. You are not here to please everyone. Please yourself and watch the people that love who you are start to be attracted to you like a strong magnet. Fly a kite, be free, keep winning.